Hello, Internet, and welcome to Tuesday's show with ESCinsight.com.
Yes, it's your video insight, another look around Baku, the Crystal Arena, and this year's Eurovision Song Contest. Our mix of interviews, reportage, and yes, it's a YouTube video that's going on far too long. But you know what? That's what made our name, so we're going to stay at 20 minutes. How did we find yesterday?
Oh, exciting as always. So much going on. Hectic, but in the best possible way. It's a good Eurovision day.
An extremely strong crowd, I think, yesterday for the second half of the first semi-final.
Yeah, we have to choose, of course, 10 from the 18 running in semi-final 1. It's going to be a difficult decision, and once we've done that, we have to do it all over again. Semi-final 2, another 10 go forward, 8 get their first flight out of Baku to join the Big Five and host Azerbaijan on the Saturday night show. It's rehearsals for day 2, and we've got interviews coming up from the rest of day 1.
Hey everybody there at ESCinsight.com. This is Samantha hanging out with Cyprus's representative for 2012, lovely Ivi Adamou. How are you, Ivi?
Fine, thank you.
How did the first rehearsals go today?
It was great. The stage is huge and the sound is great and everything's going very well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are there any sort of surprises for people who haven't seen your rehearsal footage? Anything in store that you're willing to?
I think the biggest surprise is the energy. Nothing else.
It's always the best to see it live when you're on stage.
Yeah.
What is the thing that you are most excited about or most nervous about for what's coming up next week?
I think that I'm excited for everything and stressed for everything, but I'm so excited, so I don't feel the stress.
That's a good way to put it.
That is what's happening right now.
Yeah. Well, your journey started sort of to fame and to popularity over the last couple of years on the X Factor in Greece. Did you ever imagine that when you auditioned for the X Factor that you would end up singing in front of over 100 million people, possibly? Did you ever realize?
No, that's crazy. I started there in X Factor just to try myself and see if I can be with judges and judging me, to see if I can like this. And just the time passed, and I'm right here right now, and that's beautiful feeling. I can really say to you.
It must be amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Now, I find it very funny that, obviously you're singing for Cyprus, and Eleftheria, who's in the same season in X Factor as well, is singing for Greece. Have you talked to each other about this?
Yeah, it's really amazing what is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy, and I really want to wish to Eleftheria and Greece good luck.
Excellent. Do you have any messages or any words of wisdom that you'd like to share with our audience?
I think that the only message I have to say is to feel the energy of 22 and Lala love you.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. Efaristo.
Efaristo. Thank you.
Thank you. And all the best to you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Hey there, Insight readers. This is Samantha Ross hanging out here with this year's representative from Denmark, the lovely Soluna Samay. How you doing?
Thank you. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm good.
How did the first set of rehearsals go?
I think they went really well. I mean, there's a few details that will have to be adjusted, but apart from that, it was really good, and the sound was great, and stage was amazing, huge, so really cool.
How do you think it compared to the national final experience?
Well, I mean, it's much bigger, and it's hard to tell because we haven't done it yet, but I mean...
That's true. Maybe it's a little bit early to ask. Something when I was reading up on you and learning more about you and your history and your career so far is you had an absolutely amazing childhood, this very international influence. For those who haven't, I guess, read up on the way that I guess I kind of had to, can you tell our viewers a little bit about what your background is and how you came to where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, my parents are from Germany and Switzerland, but I was born in Guatemala and lived there for the first 10 years of my life, but we've still traveled a lot. But our base was in Guatemala, and I actually went to an American school and learned Spanish, of course. And when I was about 10, we moved to an island called Bornholm in Denmark, and I've been living there for quite some years, but now live in Copenhagen.
Okay.
and yeah, just traveled my whole entire life and seen a lot of places.
Now, I was again doing a little bit of research, and I found videos of you singing on the street corners with your dad at like age 12, 13. How was that experience growing up and just traveling and playing music? And what was that like for you?
Well, yeah, I actually forgot to mention, but my father is a street musician and my mother sells jewelry, so they were always very free and could go wherever they wanted, and we just traveled all over Europe and all over the world, actually. And I actually joined him when I was 5 on the first time on drums. My first song with him was Jambalaya by Hank Williams. And there's YouTube videos of that.
Very cool.
But yeah, it was an amazing childhood, and I got to experience so much by just the age of 21.
Yeah.
That's probably more than a lot of people will ever, but
yeah, and it's brought you here.
Exactly, it's brought me here through a strange chain of events, but it's quite amazing.
What were the chain of events? How did Soluna Samay, the wandering street performer with her family, become Soluna Samay representative for Denmark?
Yeah, that is a funny story because I'm not even really Danish, so it's amazing. But now that I've been living in Denmark for 12 years, I, of course, played a lot of music there, and I had a Facebook page, and actually the producer of this song, he found me on Facebook and asked me if I wanted to sing this song, and when I heard it, I just said, of course, because I thought this is a song that I can really relate to, and the lyrics of it are almost as if they were written about my life. So, yeah, and I sing it from the heart, and it means a lot to me, even though I didn't write it.
Yeah, the stars kind of aligned in that way.
Exactly.
It's kind of fit in very well with what I've heard from your other music. So you do have an album out, or you have a recent album out, or is
I have an album out,
one
and
coming out soon?
Yeah, I have an album out from last year, and now I'm working on my next one. And we're almost done, actually. So it's coming very soon. And it has music that's quite similar to Should Have Known Better, so I'm really excited.
Where's the best way for fans to keep in touch with your progress and what you're doing next?
I would say follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. Just Twitter and Facebook /Soluna Samay. I'm really into that stuff, so yeah, and of course just follow my music.
Definitely. Do you have any messages for our readers and listeners, and I guess you could say viewers at insight.com, escinsight.com?
Just greetings from Denmark, I guess, and keep in touch, and see you soon, and vote for the song if you like it.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us. I really wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I actually had a little preview party in my house. I'm from America before I came over, and your song actually scored in the top 3. So
that's great.
So congratulations with that.
Thank you.
And all the best to you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
We have the ESC Insight and the ESC Extra Crown here today. So, yeah, lots of enthusiasm, and it's only the 3rd day. Anyway, let's head over to the hall with Ewan.
Yep, thank you, Sharleen, and thank you, Luke, there as well. Just for a little interruption. We're here inside the hall. Rehearsals are just about to start. But this, when you come in here, these are the steps, this is the gantry, this is the view everybody's going to get when they're at the hall of their first shot of Eurovision 2012. Baku Crystal Hall, less than a year old, seating in here for 16,000, and some, as usual, wonderful engineering for the Eurovision stage. As always, we're running on a huge LCD backdrop to give everybody the scenery they want, the graphics they want. There's a lot of 3D effects being used this year, flags coming out of the screen, Icelandic mountainscapes, and sometimes just a nice subtle globe spinning in the background. Our main stage this year is a square, and this is probably the biggest change that you're going to see this year. Over here we have the green room actually inside the Eurovision Stadium for the first time. It's been used by a number of other contests such as Melody Festivalen. This is the first time that we're going to be actually having the artists on stage. Now, whether we're going to be seeing them for the whole concert or not, we don't know yet. We will find out when we go for the dress rehearsals. Fan areas, of course, at the moment are being used for press, so the seating isn't down, and we have the rings right round the arena. We've got 2 commentary boxes actually lit right up at the top. And for everybody else, well, it's almost like you're at a cup final, to be honest. There's the medal seating that you'd see in the football stadiums around the world, all labelled, all numbered, no moving of the seats. Where you sit is where you're going to be for the whole 2-hour semi-finals and 3-hour shows. Lighting itself, as always, Brainpool have done sterling work, although, you know, you're going to have some similarities to previous years. We've got the walls that we had at Russia, which will be descending from the screen. We have the starburst that we had over in Dusseldorf, and this lovely angular construction. Dare I say, it reminds me of a number of the junior Eurovision stages in the past year or so. And the stage itself, of course, 42 countries, 42 performers. Their dreams and hopes are going to be on that stage right over there. 41 of them are going to be disappointed. One of them is going to go home with one of the largest bills for the television company for the 2013 contest. Who that will be, only the people of Europe and a number of juries around as well will decide. Anyway, what we have now is to find out a little bit more about one of those acts and their dreams. Austria have already made waves with a sterling return to the contest last year. This year, the controversial choice of the Trackshittaz over Conchita Wurst has been hotly debated online, but the boys from the Trackshittaz are speaking to Sam now.
Hey everybody, Samantha Ross here, hanging out with Austria's delegation this year, the Trackshittaz. How you doing, boys?
Servus, we're doing fine. We just had rehearsal and yeah, everything worked. No, we did. Yeah, no, the energy was here, and we saw the stage and what are the positive aspects and the negative aspects, and now we know with which stage we have to work. And yeah, that's a good feeling, and we're happy.
When you do a false step, you can break your leg, so you have to watch the step.
Yeah, try to avoid that. It's hard to walk your popos with a broken leg.
Yeah, that's not so good.
No. Is this what you've expected from Eurovision since you've been trying for the national finals for the past 2 years?
Well, we have just been landing yesterday, and we just saw we have just spent 1 day here, so we can't tell you if this is what we expected. But I think the whole contest is quite big, and the stage is big, and everything is big. So it's near where we thought it would be, and yeah, we're quite happy that it's not like completely different. And we like the food. We like the food of Baku.
Yeah.
And I saw yesterday these 3 towers, and they are like flame, so they look great.
Yeah, the city's amazing. So tell us a little bit about your history as the Trackshittaz. I mean, how long have you been performing together and
we've been performing together or working together already for 2 years, and it all started with a small band contest, because before we had Trackshittaz, I was like a single artist, a small single artist, and I wanted to take part at a band contest, but me alone is no band.
Right.
It was very local and very small, and he called me, "Hey Manuel, what's up? Do you want to be part of my band?" And I said,
You have a band.
"You have a band?" And yeah, with you we have a band, and let's go to the band contest. And then I said, "Yeah, but when is it?" "Yeah, we have 8 days left, so we're gonna produce some songs in the next days." Then we produced like 6 songs in 8 days, and that's why we call ourselves the Trackshittaz.
I was just about to ask that. I mean, what is your process? I mean, you've come out with what, 4 albums in the past 2 years or something like that?
3 albums.
3 albums.
3 albums in Austria, and there's 1 album in Germany. Like, so all in all 4.
But in 1 year, 3 albums.
That's
3
incredible.
albums.
How do you write that quickly? I mean, many artists can't even put out 1 album every 5 years.
It depends on what you make, and it depends on your mood. And we are just 2 workers. We don't define ourselves as like how to say, as composers or musicians with a musical background. We are 2 workers. We come from sport. We both played soccer, and so we quickly learned to be productive. So we just stayed like we are, and we don't need no place like, oh, I only can write my song here.
He even write the song on the toilet. So
I write it everywhere. I take my mobile phone.
Dare I ask for a sample of what you wrote while you were?
it's like a song called Havererhäusl is like a man toilet, and
The cover of Barbara Streisand.
and it's about it's about and it's about it's about the difference between the woman toilet and the man toilet, and that comes out when I ride it on the toilet,
Is that on one of your albums then? Or
No, it's not on, but it was.
It was an exclusive track on iTunes or on any platform.
I'll have to look that one up. So what do you guys plan on doing while you're in Baku when you're not rehearsing? Are you gonna hang out at the Euro Club or what's up?
We will hang out at the Euro Club. And we also want to get to see Baku. But also, not only the sights, we also want to try the traditional food and so on. So not the typical thing that a tourist does, maybe, because we like the people here and we love to join and connect with the people. And we also want to, because I have a problem with my body, my biceps is constantly shrinking because I'm out of practice, of training. So I'm like, I try to find a gym and just get my biceps in shape. That's my aim.
All right. Well,
my aim is maybe 2 or 3 sit-ups and look,
be done with it.
see some hotspots in the city.
There we go. Well, just as wrapping up, is there any last message that you want to give to our readers and our viewers back on ESC Insight?
Hello guys, we are the Trackshittaz, Servus, and if you like to see us, tune in, 22nd May. Wir sind am Start, Klunker 24 Karat, unser Bier hat 1-2 Grad, Mundort hier, wir zwar sind Stars, plündern Bars, geht schon Wocki mit dem Popo, Wocki mit dem Wocki mit dem Popo, so gefällt mir das.
Thank you so much, guys.
Okay,
Lucas, Manuel.
thank you too.
So thank you very much today to all the delegations and obviously to Sam and Ewan for all the interviews.
It's a pleasure as always. If you want to check out more of what we're doing here in Baku, be sure to look up our website, escinsight.com. You know us, you love us. Be sure to also check out our daily audio podcast if you can't get enough of what we're doing here. Ewan, any final words?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's so many acts, delegates and interviews here. We can't get them all in, so apologies once more to Jon Olasan. Run out of time again on the bandwidth, but we'll catch you in the show tomorrow. Thanks for watching ESC Insight. Ewan,
Samantha?
And Sharleen.
and the guitars.